Hey, happy Tuesday night. Starting a little late. Sorry about that. I had a few things I was working on real quick. Okay, I'm just, sorry, live right now. Sorry, I'm doing this without trying not to bump the microphone. Not the easiest thing, but I shall persevere. Yes, I shall. Enter. There we go. Paste. Enter. And one more place. Paste. Enter. And now I shall do my little Twitter blast so that people know that I'm doing this. Just checking. Okay, nobody has shown up yet. That's good because I haven't really posted anywhere. So, okay. Bear with me one second, everybody. I'm almost done. This is the only annoying thing. Like I said, I would love to have a way to just be able to blast this stuff out. But let's just tweet and paste. And there we go. And now I will retweet myself. Whoops. Let's go over here, here, here. And I shall retweeteth myselfeth. Okay. Links are all blasted out and all over the place. So give that a few minutes, get myself set up. What we're going to do is, my original plan was to continue work on the eyeball blob. But the eyeball blob is kind of an evergreen. I can kind of do the eyeball blob anytime I want. So I can just do that in between other things. So what I think I'm going to do is I have a new piece that I started, which is part of my Dead Media series. And what I think I'm going to do is do that, because that one's at the very, very beginning. I mean, I've only really done the pencil sketches of that. So it's kind of a good, you can actually see the process because there's some stuff I'm going to have to do to it. There's a few things I'm just moving the mic around, so sorry. I'm trying not to make any noise while I do that because I know that I kind of tend to tilt my head down, so my mic I got to lower a little bit. In any event, so what I'm going to do is some work on that just to kind of show you what the process is. Because people have asked me about it. And because right now, basically, and you're going to see this in a minute when I start up, is that, let me, actually, no, I should be ready to go. You know what? No, I always give it 5 minutes. I'll give it a few more minutes. So this is okay. It's a little preamble for us firsthand. So basically, at this point, what you're going to see in a minute is the hand, which is based on a photo I did of my own hand, and then a zip disk, which I used a piece of plastic that I found that was about the right size. And so I took that piece of plastic and held it just to get the basics of the shadows. But it was longer than a zip disk is, because this is going to be the rip instead of zip, rip. I didn't come up with clever names in the beginning. The first two I did the cassette and the Nintendo cart. I didn't come up with any clever kind of puns for those. Now I'm trying to a little bit. So last one was the Dead Pod. Before that was the, instead of the Walkman, it was the Dead Man, the bony Dead Man instead of Sony Walkman, which I have to admit I was kind of happy with that one. Because I'm not a wordsmith of any kind, you know. I'm not clever that way. And then this one, instead of the zip disk, is the rip disk, so RIP disk, because I genuinely did love the zip disks back. I've talked about this before. I won't do it again. But I was like, oh, you know what? Why not? There are going to be people who won't even know what a zip disk is. And that's fine. I really don't care. That's the point. If the stuff was still around, it really wouldn't make sense thematically. So I don't really care. All right, let's go ahead. Since I see somebody's already here, I'll go ahead and roll my little pre-show thing, the old starting soon. Here we go. I really should put some kind of like show busy music to this. Just find something that's about 45 seconds or so. Not that really matters, but you know. No, actually, I wouldn't want it to be 45 because that'll cut into the. I need about 40 seconds. There's a lot of good places. Adobe apparently has added to their Adobe stock now music, which is, man, they're really blowing that thing out because it used to just be images, but now they've added video already and templates and stuff for like After Effects. Now I guess they're putting music as well. It seems like. They already had video and images, so I got to look at that. I haven't looked at it yet, but in any event, not that it really matters. So here we go. All right, let me actually concentrate a bit. Pay attention to what I'm doing. So yeah, you'll get to see the process a little bit. Wait for the fade. Boom! Okay. You will... Oh, wow, that went up. Can you actually... Is that cursor visible? Yeah. No, it shouldn't be because it's showing the one thing. By the way, as you can see in the lower right, I missed this on my last stream because it was June 2nd and I had overlooked it. It's my fault. Happy Pride Month to everybody. So I took that little graphic, which is actually the image, the main guy, is a image I did of a character from a comic book called The Foldables by an illustrator who's now a writer. Well, she's writer-illustrator. She didn't stop one to do the other necessarily, but writer-illustrator Faye Sims, who I've had on my show a couple times. Wonderful person. Great illustrator. Wonderful with color. Far better than I'll ever be. And she always a big champion of unknown comics, not underground's the wrong word for it, lesser known comics, comic books. I always appreciated that. So every time she came on, she'd give me a couple of recommendations, and that was always great because, you know, DC and Marvel don't really need people to do PR for them, but smaller creators who don't have that same megaphone really do. So here we have the basic sketch image, and you can see like here the clean lines and then some of the rot lines that I'm putting in, the rotting flesh. Let me get a drink really quick. Pardon me, I'm leaning over. You can still barely hear me, I'm sure. Ah, yes. Cold water. Okay. So what I'm going to do mostly in this tonight, for however long, is I want to start kind of deconstructing the hand a bit, because this is obviously way too clean a hand for what I want, which is a zombie hand. So I'm going to have to destroy some fingers and start doing a few things. So let me see. I don't need that anymore. Okay, let me take a quick look here. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and find the actual... Okay, so there's the one pencil layer. Is this the rot layer? That's one of them. So we'll do it above this. Let's take out the zip drive. We don't really need that yet. Not really a factor at this moment. We're really concentrating is the hand. So let's zoom in on this. And let's think about how we want to do this. Actually, what I'm going to do is lay in some kind of basic bone work here. So hand bones. You know, this is not necessarily scientific or anything, but I'm somewhat enough familiar to just get the basic bone layouts. And all this stuff gets refined later anyway, but there's your basic bone structures. Okay. And then what you have is the actual bones, which, okay, more or less is like this. And then that bone will come up like that. Again, more or less, I'm not really worried about high accuracy right now. Just trying to figure out where things are going to go. Because I think I'm going to cut the thumb off in between the actual hand and the thumb. So then, let's see. I did the index finger last time. So why don't we do... You know what, though? That pointer finger is a good one, though, for something like this. So what we're going to do is... Let's see. You know, basics of the finger bone, right? Okay. And I'm going to check all this, but this is roughly, I think, correct. So if we do this, I'm probably getting some of these proportions wrong, I'm sure. But in essence, basically, okay. So we're going to cut that finger too. I'm not quite sure where yet. And let's cut... you know what? Let's cut this finger. Oh, no, I kind of like the way that finger's curved. Let's think about this. Because, you know, maybe I don't need to cut the rest. Maybe the rest are okay. Maybe with the rest, we'll just do pieces missing. So we'll just concentrate. Okay, yeah, you know what? Let's do that. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and replicate. Where's the actual hand layer? There it is. I'm going to replicate that hand, or duplicate. Now on this one, I'm going to start chopping out the parts where it's not going to be there anymore. So let's go ahead and do that like this. And I want to have a little bit of that bone structure. So I'm going to cut that finger pretty far up. This one I'm going to leave the actual main part intact, but we'll do something like that. And let's go ahead and draw these tears, or whatever we're going to call them, in these ruptures. You know, so we can have this come up pretty good, come down a little bit. And let me bring back the ghost hand just to see where the folds would go. Yeah, so let me take that stuff out. Let me go here. Let's cut the bone down so that we have better visibility on the hands. Bring the regular hand back up. Okay, and now we're on the tears. So, yeah, that tear makes no sense. So we have to get rid of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to, you want the, actually, let me just get rid of the whole thing. Let me start over. Now that I've got this better view. Let's make this skin really kind of tattered, because the flesh rips. Not that I've ever seen ripped skin, but I'm just imagining here. But, we'll follow the fold line a little bit, and we'll go back in there. And then down here, usually skin will kind of pus out a bit. That's the wrong word for it, and we'll have this come up here, and there's our tear. So that's going to be the tear for this thumb. And then obviously some of the skin is going to go away. And then on here, let me bring back my other hand. Where is the, oh yeah, that's why, because it's the same. Let me drop that down a bit. So, okay, there's my seams. So this is the right one. This is the wrong, where's the, there's the rupture layer. So on the rupture layer, we're going to want to retain, it's interesting. How do I want to do this? Let me think about this. I'm working this out, because I want that joint exposed. So I think what I need to do, wait, am I on the wrong layer? Hold on. Sorry, bear with me, everybody. Where's the rupture layer? Wait, give me the rupture layer. This is the rupture layer. This is where naming would be good, but, I don't do that. Okay, so we're going to do it where we're going to have this tatter come down. See, I want to keep that exposed. It doesn't have to be, completely all there, but I want to see a lot of that. So we're going to do this, and there's the skin there. Actually, I don't know, it's too drippy. Let's make it where it's like torn up. Yeah. Like something bit it, maybe. Yeah, that's better. I like the sharper edges. Yeah, there we go. So that's the part of that. I mean, we're going to have to do tendons and tendrils of stuff and everything, but that'll come later. So, okay, and this will just have it where it's kind of almost, this will be a little bit cleaner of a break. A little deep cut there, but do that. Okay, so there's our separation on that. And I'll have to look at, I may have some muscle on the bottom, but right now that's fine. Okay, so let's do a tear or whatever here. And so we'll have this coming up, and we're going to have all that missing. Okay, right? And then I can make it a clean tear as far as, yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's leave it clean like that. Okay. So then let's do, okay, on the fingers, let's go ahead and have a deep gash here. Okay, so that'll buck out on the skin a little bit, right? So we got a nice cut there. Although I have to see, is that going to be hidden? Part of it is, yeah. Let's move it. Let's move that gash upwards so that the, where is the disc? Oh, the disc is obscuring a lot. You know what? No, actually, yeah, it is. That's okay. I don't care. You know what? I'm not gonna over-engineer this too far. So, okay. So we still have, at least the rips are there. That's good. Actually, I can have like this part of, okay, no, this isn't bad. So what I'll do is I'm going to move that cut. Instead of putting the cut on that finger, because you're not really going to see it, I'll probably just encase that finger in blood. So instead, let's put the cut over here. So am I on the rupture layer? Yes. Yes. All right, so we'll do this, and we'll have that deep cut coming down like this, and we'll have it coming up like that, and there we go. Same cut, we just moved it. And then on this finger, let's do a small cut here, just a kind of like, bubble, whatever, just that. Small stuff, doesn't have to be huge things. And then I think, yeah, I don't think I'll do a lot of blood on the fingers, but there's our cuts. I got that cut there. And I don't want to go too crazy with it either because, actually, let's do a series here, almost like something scratched. So these are going to be tears in the flesh. They're there. Just a couple. Just quick stuff. Doesn't always have to be, too bad. And then as far as on the hand, I do like to show some of the arm bones. So let's do like a deep rip like this, and we'll have it folding around like that, and that will expose the bones. So I will have to look up the bones for the arm because I don't remember exactly where they're located. But basically, there is our hand. So we'll take the bones out. Actually, we shouldn't take the bones out. Now let's do another layer, and that's where we're going to put our bone structure in. So we'll presume a bone there, and we'll presume a bone here. Yep, and then we'll do the same thing with the joints right here. And I'm going to look this up to make sure I've got this right, but I'm relatively confident on that bone structure. Pretty confident. Because I just did one not too long ago. I'm going to have to look up the layout of the bones here, but I could, you know what, I've done this before. Actually, let's think about this. Let's do a bone here, because I'm pretty sure there are bones there. Now, on the hand itself, which is there. Now, is this the tear hand or the regular hand? This is the tear hand, which is my word for it. It doesn't mean anything. I'm just using that word. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was an error. I accidentally put everything on the same layers. But you know what? This is okay because this is still just penciling. So this is not a huge deal. This is all just sketch work, so we haven't actually damaged anything. So let's go ahead and tear this stuff out. Okay. Let's see. And we're going to take this and we'll get rid of some of that. And so what we will do instead, that's the bone layer. That's the backbone layer. Let's put in basically like a muscle or whatever layer. And in this one, this is where the shreds of this is background flesh, so I'll put an X. That's back end. That's behind the front layer. So that you understand where everything's laying out. All right, that's the bones. This is our tear. Yeah, that was really dumb what I did there. But you know what? I'm not going to worry about it. Because again, this is just the pencil out. This is just pencil sketching. That's the beauty of doing this stuff. A, this is the beauty of layers. And two, don't worry about it too much when it's in pencil. You worry about it when it's in pen and ink. Or virtual pen and ink, I guess would be the right word for it. That's when you got to worry. And even then, it's one of the reasons I do so many layers on things. It's because it really doesn't matter. It's not a huge deal if you screw this stuff up. It really isn't. Let's get a paint thing. Let's get the paint eraser because I can do more with that faster. Oh, well, don't do too much though. Okay. Take that out. This can all, because I have this rotten flesh here. So all that can come out. So we don't need that anymore, and you'll start to actually see the shapes better. I mean, you could see the shapes before, but you're going to see them better now. So you see now you're seeing where the flesh is ending, and in fact, give me a minute here. Let me locate that layer because I'm pretty sure, did I turn this layer down? No, that layer is actually on full. Okay. That layer is on full. That layer is on full. 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 Okay, good. These are all on full. So I don't need the bone layer, though. Where's the bone layer at? I don't need the bone layer right now. So I'll subtract that out. I'll have to do a little bit of looking on that, but whatever. Okay, so this is our tear layer. Let's not use paint again. Now we'll use the regular thing. Again, just to give some definition to what we're doing, just so you can see how things lay out. Right? Oh, well. Okay, there we go. Oh, yeah, hold on, sorry. Do this. Okay, so there's your tears. Okay, so we need to do some more tearing here, or not tearing, but removal of the non-tears so that we get the open spaces viewable. And if you're wondering why I'm doing the penciling in blue and not black, honestly, it's a very specific kind of reference to what's called non-repro blue. Now, if you don't do artwork, you don't know what the hell non-repro blue means. Non-repro blue is you would use a blue pencil, whoops, for certain pieces of artwork because then when they got... Now, this part actually really... I guess when they would get scanned or photographed a certain way, I think it's scanned, the blue doesn't reproduce. So it's called non-repro blue. And this is basically the digital version of non-repro blue. So that's why it's a blue pencil. No, that's good. Okay, so I think our tears are okay. Yeah, because that's background. Yeah. Okay, no, not bad, not bad. All right, so now let's go ahead and find our, there's, oh no, this is our background flesh layer. So in any place where I'm going to need some, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of, you know, just do stuff like this where X. Am I on? Oh, that's why I'm on the damn pen. So they're going, this doesn't look like a pencil. Because it's not a pencil, moron. You're not on the pencil. There we go. Okay. So let's do some shredded flesh here. That explains why those things came out so much darker. Which is really fine. It doesn't matter. It's not critical. So for here, see, this is where I got to figure out where the bones are. But I don't think the bones would be here. So I think what we'll do is some ripped flesh in the background that sort of mimics. We'll X that for background. Here, you know, we'll just do some random chunky flesh in the back. X that for background. We're going to have bones sticking out there, so I'm going to have to look that part up. And I'm sort of thinking if we go to the bone layer, where's the bone layer? There's the bone layer. I mean, this is I got to look this up, but I think the bones are going to, no, that's not, I can tell that's not right away. I think it's going to be like this, maybe. This is turned down, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay. You know, this is a very rough approximation, but I think what we're looking at is bones like this. And then, you know, sort of spitballing here. Now, it can't possibly be that angled. Your bones don't go like that. Bones don't work that way, Joe. They don't work that. Oh, actually, you know what? Actually, I shouldn't say it that way. It could be, because there is a space. That's possible, but I gotta look. I don't believe that's entirely right. But essentially, that's what sort of you're gonna have is a bone sticking out down here and a bone sticking out down here. So that's what I mean about that bottom part. I gotta look up how the bones. I mean, I'm looking at my arm, but I can't see through it. So I'm sorry, I can't figure that part out. It really doesn't matter. It's only kind of important because I don't think in either case. Well, for certain, or as certain as I can be, I guess I should say. There's the tears. These are background tears. I'm fairly confident that there will not be bone right here. So we're going to go ahead and background that. There may be a little bit here, but that's going to be on the inside, so I can still do some tear flesh there, and I'll figure the rest of it out. So I'm not going to go too far on that. I'm not going to worry too much about that. We're just going to stick with what we got here. Okay, so, oh, you know what I realized? Sorry. Hold on a minute. I'm going to close that because that's my CPU spiking, and I noticed Discord's still open. So that was where I was posting one of my links. So that's probably what's causing that CPU. How could it be 100%? Whatever, who cares? It says it's still going out, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Actually, what I will do is let me do something real quick, which is I'm going to very quickly go to the be right back. I'm going to see if that impacts the CPU at all. Maybe if it goes for a second. No, you know what? Hell with it. Doesn't. Hold on. Does kill that though. I don't understand why that happens. That's a little bizarre to me that it does that, but whatever. We'll bear with it here. Give it a second. It will reacquire. So I'm just waiting for it to come back. Yeah. It'll figure itself out. Okay, so oh, it didn't. Wow, it killed that, huh? Okay, it's all right. It'll come back. Bear with me. I'm getting my iPad mirroring back working again. There we go. Okay. And we're back on. Okay. Here we go. So, yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about that right this second. I got the general tears in place. I got the bones in place. So what we will do is let me consider something. So if I turn off, because this is the old stuff. You know what? I do want to look at one thing. This is my old hand. I did a duplication on the old hand. Let me just make sure I've got my sizes consistent. I believe this is a 10. Give me a minute to verify. Is this a 10? Is that a 10 or is that an 8? Hold on, let's see. It sure looks the same, doesn't it? Oh, let's go down to 8. It's not going to matter. I'm going to erase this in a minute anyway. Let's go down to 8 really quick. Oh, maybe it's... Jeez. No, you know what? I think it's 8. Yeah, it's 8. Okay. That's why you check. And on that note, old work, goodbye. Okay, so now... Oh, that's funny. I put those lines there. That's okay. I'll get rid of those. It's a good thing I accidentally didn't put them over any of my actual good lines. It's okay though. Okay. So, let's see. Let's do one thing. Let's group some things. Actually, you know what? Let's do something that's responsible for once. Let's name the layers. So we're going to call these back ruptures. Okay? This is bones. That way maybe I'm a little organized for once. This is, well, we can go ahead and move that up. That's, we'll call that inner bones. Okay. We'll go here. This is the hand lines. Well, at this point, I'm pretty confident in combining these hand lines because I think I have it where I want it, more or less. And if I don't, I can always change it. Okay, so then what are these? This is hand old. Okay, we'll leave that there. This is, oh, is that the original? That's the original frame. I don't need that anymore. I know I don't need that anymore, so I'm confident getting rid of that. What is this thing? Jeez, I can't even see what that is. Layer empty. Then it's gone. Okay, so then we'll call this disk. Yep. And then this is shadows. Hand. Nope, not hanf. Hand shadows. Okay. So now we can call this sketch work. Because that's what this is. These are sketches. Okay, there we go. Somewhat organized for once early on. So now we will create a new layer. And this will be the line work. There we go. So let's start with, let's go ahead and do our disk outline. Why is that missing? Oh, look at that. Wait. Interesting. Hold on. I accidentally erased a line I shouldn't have, so let me duplicate that. Let's push that way up. Yeah, no, I screwed that up. I screwed that up pretty good, didn't I? Am I in the wrong layer? Yeah, why is that like that? I don't know why that's there either, but we can just do... Oh, that's too much. Sorry, I just want to make sure I fix this because this is gone, yes. This goes away. So some of this I got rid of was right and some I got rid of was wrong. So where is this layer? Where is... There's the hand. Well, it wouldn't be the hand, right? No, so where is the... Well, that's interesting. Where is that? Oh. I got it. I got it. I got it. Just a minute. I'm just working something out. That's it right there. Because that's the shadows. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Okay. Well, you know what? Honestly, I can take the shadows off for now because I really don't need them. Anyway, let's get a little bit of line work done in the next few minutes here before I call it for the evening. Let's think about this. Sorry, I'm thinking. That's why I'm silent. I'm just contemplating something. Let's turn... Let's move the disk out of here. It's not going to matter, I don't think. No, it doesn't. So let's turn off those. So now we're just left with our disk. Okay. We're going to duplicate this. I'm going to turn one off. Now this one, I'm going to move to dead center, and you're going to see why in a minute. Because I'm going to do this. I'm going to tell the canvas that I want to do a symmetrical, right, dead center. So having the disk dead center will make this a lot easier. So now check my colors. Colors are good. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. All right. And as you can see, this is going to make parts of this a lot easier. I'm not going to do it all like this, but I'm going to do a lot of it this way. Okay. All right, let's get a curve down here. Ooh, no, not like that, though. Not like that. No, sir. Do that. Okay, now let's see. Let's pull this. Nope, that ain't gonna work. That ain't working for me. Okay, here we go. Okay, right there. No, it's not lined up. This is the problem sometimes, is I get very specific about how I want things to be, which is, there's a plus to it and there's a negative to it. Ooh, that's pretty good. Okay, okay. No, that's good. That's good. We're going to keep that like that. Okay, now. So what we'll do is we will take a line from here and we'll draw it straight to the center. This isn't going to matter so much because there's going to be a smaller line. The detail stuff is going to be in a thinner line, slightly thinner. So I'm not so concerned about that. Let's do, you know what, that's fine. That's the basics outline. Let's go down to 5. Yeah, now we'll do the rest in 5. So we're going to drop, tell me I did it on the damn, I did. I'm an idiot. Nope, I screwed it up. I put it on the actual thing instead of the layer here. I knew it. I knew it as soon as I did it too. I went, yep, you screwed that up. But that's okay. That's all right. Not a big deal. Because it's not like I did 2 hours worth of work. Figured it out quick, which is good. Okay. And we'll pull this to there. And we'll do the same thing here, where, in fact, I'm going to do this a little differently. I'm going to do this. And right there. And then I will bridge these from here. And do that. That way I don't have to run into that same annoyance I did last time. Okay, so that's fine. And then, you know what? Let's go ahead and do a, let's do another layer. We're going to do assist on that. And we're going to do this. Oh, that's right. I'm a moron. And we'll do that. Because that's not really going to matter in a minute. Now we go up. We do an assist on here as well. But importantly, I want to drag this down. I'm going to make these translucent-ish. So that when I go here, come down to 5. And we will do line number 1. Whoop. And then we will do line number 2. Come on, buddy. There you go. Ooh, that's not even. I could tell just looking at that, that's not even. Gotta have them even. I mean, I'm not doing this mathematically precise, but it's got to be even enough. It's got to be even enough that I can't easily see it. You know what I mean? That's a terrible curve. No. We'll just do it by hand. It's easier. Had it right up to that last part where, and you know, this is one of those things. Would anybody else see it? Absolutely not. No one would see that but me. Doesn't matter though. I know it's there. None of them can see it, but I see it. Shiwan Khan has hypnotized the entire city. They don't see it. None of them see it, but I see it. Yeah, I could quote that movie all day long. Come on, curve for me. That's good. No, that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. Now let's do one more thing real quick, which is we do another layer, and we do an assist. And the beauty of doing so many layers is, oh, jeez. You know what? Actually, I'm going to do. I'm going to change the guide to be a 2D grid. Still going to be on this. That is one thing that drives me crazy when it does that. Just go to black, please. Okay. Still on an assist, right? So I'm still going to have, now I'm just going to have straight lines. Because I really don't need the mirroring now. Actually, I should go down one more for that. No, wait. The bottom one shouldn't be. The bottom one should be thick. Okay, but not there. Let's do it there. Okay, there's the thick one. Oh, come on, go back. Right? Okay. And then we'll do the same thing right here. Yeah, that's a little unscientific, I'll admit, but that's okay. I'm going to let that, I'm not worrying about that right now. I'm not worrying about it. So now we go here and we go back to symmetry and we say, okay. Oh, actually, I should have done, that was dumb. That was tremendously stupid. Because if you're going to do that, you got to do it with the whole line. Genius. So now we do this. And we Join that. And then we do this. And there's our zip drive. There's our edges. Okay. So I'll do one other thing. Then I think I'm going to be done for tonight because my hand is cramping me a bit. But that's fine. That's okay. We will do this very simple line here. And this is going to be the whatever the metal flap of the drive is. So we join that there. And now let's turn up our other layers because they don't have to be all the way down now. And you'll see what I've done here is the basics of the zip drive. Actually, you know what? We can do one more quick thing. Just so that I have like the formations of it done. Let's do one more thing here. We'll do this. And we'll say, give me an assist on that. Let's just do a little bit more, just a bit. I mean, literally just this. Okay. And then we'll do, let's do that to that and that to that. Now we've got our drive basically outlined. We'll do, wait, let me just make sure these aren't the same layer. They're not. Nope. Stupid. Okay. This. Actually, I should do that, shouldn't I? Yeah. Let's drop down to 3 on that guy. Okay. New layer because I changed my size. Do this. I'm not worrying about evenness too much on this. Actually, what I can do is this. So that I can pay attention a bit more to evenness. Do this. 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 No, don't do that. This. Try not to be too anal about the spacing, because I have a tendency to do that. Okay, there we go. So there we go. That's where we'll stop for now. So we got the basics of the zip disk are in. So now immediately you can see it's not going to sit there, but I'm going to move it. But we've built essentially the zip disk's, fundamental forms. And that's a good place to do a little bit of cleanup probably. Where's this? That part's okay. Where's this one? There. So if we just take the eraser to this, and this is why you do it on different layers, right? Because now I can clean this up. And I don't have to worry about hurting the other stuff. I just take it out of there. And I take it out of here. And let's do this real quick. Okay. And we'll do this real quick. You see what I mean? That's why you do different layers. Because you can clean things up really easily. Real easily compared to if I was doing everything if I did everything on the same layer, oh, this would be impossible. You couldn't do the cleanup this way. Whereas like this, I can very easily check things, make sure I've got them right. Which I already kind of know I did because I used the, what do you call it? I don't know. Oh, it's on assist. Turn the assist off. The assist is trying to make everything vertical. Okay, let's do this. There we go. And then the bottom line is which one? That one. Turn the assist off. Okay, clean that. And clean that. And there it is. There you go. Zip disk. So there we go. We'll continue this on Friday. I'm going to do my next session on Friday. Whoops. I'll stop doing that. Yeah, so I'm going to do Friday. I think I'm going to do an early stream. I may do 2 streams on Friday. I may do an early and a late one. So I'm going to skip Thursday and go to Friday instead because I'll have more time. So it'll be easier to do. So thank you for stopping by and watching my little stream. And we will continue with the Dead Media Rip Disc on Friday. Otherwise, have a wonderful Tuesday, and I'll see you again on the next stream. Good night, everybody.